Yo, Newfoundland, Toronto. Pull up, Toronto. This came out today. This is my show. 2 spots. It'll probably be sold out by this point. But Free Times Cafe, November 10th. Tonight, pull up, Toronto. And then Newfoundland. I'm coming out Gander, Conception Bay, and St. John's, Newfoundland, December 7, 8, 9. And January, Alberta and BC. I'm coming. I'm going to drop all these dates. Look out for them. Everything, tickets, abbaswahab.com.
You have so many more dates than me. I have this Friday on your show, December 1st and 2nd, Ottawa. And then BC. We're going to BC in the new year.
I feel bad for all the audio people missing these hand movements.
I know.
Where do they find your tickets, dog?
I don't have a website, but my link tree on my thing on my Instagram.
Get that website going, bro. What are you doing?
I needed money.
Get to it. Kick it.
Fucker.
And we're back.
Yo, you ever watch this guy, Sam Sulek? I think I told him about him last time.
You did, and then I started seeing him everywhere.
Incredible diver.
Incredible diver.
Yeah, he can do like Olympic level fucking.
But what does he do like in life besides
in life,
diving?
He's almost fringe like
YouTuber?
retardation
Yeah.
lifting. He's
Okay.
literally just
Wait. So is he a fitness guy or is he a YouTuber?
fitness guy, YouTuber.
Gotcha. Okay, gotcha. Okay. No, wait, the one is people are too nice. People are this. People got them this. Man.
He's probably this. So we're talking about
Chris
Chris D'Elia's.
D'Elia's
He just put on a new
trajectory,
special.
he'd be in Madison Square Garden had that shit not happened.
Dude, 4
Did
shows.
you see
He
the
would have sold 4 shows.
Huh?
He would have sold 4 shows.
Like the trajectory he was hitting before this whole thing slowed it down? Like he was one of the biggest guys out.
his trajectory was so
Look, cut me out.
high.
There we go. That one right there.
Dude, his
That's
trajectory
it.
was so high
Yeah.
that when he fell off,
I didn't even need weed.
it was like, oh man, they like you were.
Can I play this? Like, is it...
Let's just see the audio, eh? Wait.
Listen, it was a woke move, but it was a business move. And
What's kind of cool is like
Okay, pause it.
once he got kicked out of that movie. What was that movie?
The one with the guns?
Zack Schneider, Zombies. It's them being
Yeah,
zombies.
the gun one.
They had to literally refilm Tig Notaro in it. She didn't meet any of the cast. She just green screened everything.
Are you serious?
Yeah, to take him out. But that let him
And
get
that's
a
who they
neck
replaced
tattoo.
him with? Tig Notaro?
Tig Notaro. That probably pissed him off. That would
Yeah,
piss
probably.
me off a little bit.
There's like a lot of guys that look like him.
I'm like,
It's
dude, get a buff
somebody-
guy.
What are you
Get a
gonna
huge
do?
buff guy. So wait, you don't video game? Tell me about this. What do you mean when you turn it on, you can't... If there's a mission, you
I've
don't
had
have to
like
stamp...
PS4. I've had like a bunch of consoles. They just keep collecting dust, man. It's like there's a point where I'm super into it.
Yeah.
And I always hit a wall that's like way before 20-30% completion of the game. The only game that I've like beat and loved when I was a kid is Super Mario 64 with 100 stars.
Okay.
Love that shit.
Yeah.
I love 100 stars. I got 42 stars, 58 left. Let's go find it. Like that. You know, I love
Let's go find it.
You know what I mean? But now it's like I in all university, Dark Souls. Buddy, I would be
game,
smoking shoosh and drink. Is that someone robbed your car? I saw someone just drove off with their car.
No, a guy that when I pulled up, he pulled up behind me with the same car.
I bet he
You
did.
know how
But
ghetto
you got
this
the better
podcast
wheels.
is?
You
Our
got the better
producer's
wheels.
fucking car.
Yeah, yo, it's gone. He's like, oh fuck, he's just
next.
running. But like Dark Souls, I just watch my buddies smoke shoes, smoke weed, just watch them play that shit.
That's like one of the
Die
hardest games.
every
Yeah.
second.
Yeah, that's that particular game.
That game
though.
is literally one of the hardest games.
I know. I'm not saying that like turned me off of games. It's just way before that. Grand Theft Auto is a class. San Andreas. I had that shit.
Yeah.
You finish a couple missions. You go type in the cheats. You fly.
Dude,
you do
speaking
this.
of, they're going to announce today GTA 6, I think.
I'm big supporter. They take,
wait a
they
second.
take 10 years in between them. They make them crazy. I'm like, go for it.
Question. So Ghost of Tsushima, I'm playing it right now.
Tsushima.
Put up. Let's see it.
Tsushima.
You don't pronounce the T.
Tsushima.
Have you ever heard of a game called Dead Space?
Yeah.
Is it supposed to be good?
Yeah.
It's an older game.
Okay.
They actually just
Ghost of Toshima. I love a Japanese
They
thing.
just remade it,
Yeah.
Dead Space,
Yeah.
and they updated the game. So what they're doing with the new consoles is like they didn't. When PS4, PS3 came out, they're like new games, new titles, new series.
Yeah.
PS5 is like these are all great stories. Let's kind of remake these games and just have them run better on this system because the maps can get bigger, the quests can be more like involved. This game is
So
fucking
fire.
insane.
Ghost of Tsushima.
You're literally a samurai from this island who's the Mongols have come and obviously fucking decimated everybody.
Yeah.
And you survive, and now you're just going and doing this. Wow. You're literally just
You notice how the engine, it has the Dark Souls engine.
Yeah.
They all have that engine, kind of, don't they?
No. This is
The way the wind
This is a different
and
combat.
the way the roll,
but
that's some Dark Souls
I get
shit.
what you're seeing here,
Yeah.
but this is a very specific combat style.
Uh-huh.
And it's like really
The graphics are sick as fuck.
Man, I'm telling
Please,
you.
arigato.
But you might not like this game because
No, he would like this game
Yeah.
strictly because it's Japanese.
Yeah.
And you can play it in Japanese.
and there's a mode where you can play where it's like cinematic, all black and
so
white,
sick.
and it's like.
It's like
But
Seven
where
Samurai.
you might not like it is they basically just give you a horse and they're like, there's some story, but there's a huge
Beat the
map,
game.
and you can kind of fucking
okay.
go around.
Yeah.
Those types of games I didn't used to be in love with.
Yeah.
But after like Horizon Zero Dawn
Okay.
and shit like that, I'm like and I'm a bit older. I'm like, these are fucking incredible.
Find the dark stone of Goliath. You're like, okay. You just start riding in a direction.
Shit.
No, this game is.
No, this looks badass as fuck.
They're gonna
I'm
make
not
a
gonna
second
That's not
one.
even a good video because you have to see like the level of combat that you can get to as being like a proper
See,
samurai.
Samurai's always been my
I'm
favorite
at the
anime
I'm like at the
shit.
beginning. I just took. I've
You just
liberated-
started?
I've liberated 5 territories.
Oh, it's all about liberating?
Well, the Mongols have taken this island, so you're literally driving around. You're like, "Oh, this is a Mongol territory."
Yeah.
And as a samurai, the
Just driving around.
Yeah, I know. Like on the horse.
yeah.
Yeah.
But as a samurai, you don't sneak around. So you literally just get off your horse and you're like, "Let's do it, boys! 50 of you."
And you just fuck them
He
up.
just fights them. You can kill bears in this.
It looks like Red Dead Redemption.
It's
but
kind of
samurai
like
style.
exactly.
Right?
It's kind of like.
You ever play that? Red Dead?
I've watched people play.
Is this bug bothering you?
Yeah, it's bothering me. It's the same one. By the way, I can't get rid of it. I did the fucking vinegar.
Well, you got to go in with your own hands.
I know. Just today on the toilet, I was thinking, I'm gonna order a fly swatter on Amazon. I'm getting that motherfucker. I knew, because the lights come on hard when we film.
Yesterday,
That was close.
Yesterday, a housefly came into my house, and I have a little like patio door there.
As one does.
And I probably scared I killed it.
Yeah.
I scared this thing because I'm fast as shit. I'm a samurai fast. So I'm hitting this thing like this. This fly's like, I don't know where to go. Killed it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, that was a terrifying death for that thing.
I know.
I was
Fuck.
attacking it, and then I got it. Damn.
I made the that dish soap and apple cider vinegar fruit fly concoction.
Yeah.
You cover it with saran wrap and you cut the thing. There's like 8 dead in the pool, and there's 2 that are like clinging to the side of the cup, and they've been clinging for more than 48 hours. So part of me wants to let them live. I'm like, I've heard they've earned it.
Yeah, they've earned it.
I'm like, yo, I gotta let these guys out, man. They've just been clinging on the 42 days. They've been clinging down because there's like 9 in the pool dead under them. I'm like, this is horrific.
I think my concoction would have got more flies.
Why?
So it's
What do you do?
It's red wine. It's from a bar. This is because the bars used to show me this.
Yeah.
Red wine, touch of honey and a little vinegar, and like the fucking cup
So the majority of the volume is red wine.
is wine. Yeah.
Okay, so 95, just a little bit of honey,
Like a drop of honey,
Just to
stir
make
it
it
in there.
so
a
they
little bit
come
of
for
vinegar.
that?
Yeah.
and then the vinegar kills them. I'm assuming.
I think it all kind of kills them, but that just draws them to it. It's like,
Well, I mean, they come at the thing how to get rid of fruit flies.
how to get rid of
Fuck, fuck the YouTube video. Go press play on that episode. Go to minute 14. That's how you fucking figure this out. Don't look at me all weird.
Yeah, I don't even know what you're saying. I was just agreeing and
Yeah,
joy and
that's the key,
happiness.
baby. That's the game.
You feeling good lately? I've been fucking.
We're setting up some nice dates. I gotta get back. I gotta see if Surrey is locked in. Surrey, BC, we coming for you.
What else you got in your goddamn life?
Kamloops. Oh, like besides the tour,
Yeah.
buddy. I did a fuck. Did you do that Project Lifesaver audition?
Project Lifesaver.
Yeah, I think it's Quest Trade.
You going back?
I think it's Quest Trade. That's
taking-
what, buddy. I fucking there's a dinner party, and they want me to audition for 2 guys. One guy owns the house and goes, "I made some pretty good investments," and the other guy's like goes like, "Nice house," like type thing. And they're like, "Oh, do both." So I did both, and I'm just like, buddy, I better fucking get one. It's double scale, 6-day shoot in Vancouver. What the fuck, dude? I
was
don't even
supposed to-
have to tell you the money. I can come back off that and buy a 6-year used Civic. Nothing newer than that. I cannot stress that
Dude,
enough.
I was really close to going to Argentina for a commercial. Yeah. But I'm like, maybe they're racist towards whites.
Yeah, right? In Argentina? The Nazi fucking
They would
shelter?
have welcomed me on like I gotta see the movie Napoleon. You see that trailer?
Buddy. it looks
Dude doesn't
incredible.
even look like he's acting. He's literally Napoleon.
I know. He just looks so fucking like jaded from death and battle.
Damn, that
Walk
movie,
on Phoenix
man.
is a motherfucker.
That chick that's in it, what's her name? Kirby?
I said walk on.
Walk
on Phoenix.
That chick that's in it, the Kirby girl?
Bring her up. Beam us up.
There's just a scene in it where she's sitting beside him, like in the preview.
Oh, and she opens her legs.
And she opens
I know.
her leg.
I remember that. I don't remember her, but I remember the open legs. I'm like, that's how they did it in the Napoleon times.
I don't know what it will look at this
impregnate
face.
You can tell this is going to be one of those like 9.2 out of 10 on IMDb type movies.
Yeah.
Just
And when I saw the trailer, I was like, oh my God, those battle scenes took days.
doesn't it blow your mind how long, like, how many Napoleon movies have they made? How many Napoleon movies have they made? Like, how do they just do this now? This
Not
seems like
many. Well, because you're waiting for like CGI. You want the scale
no, but
of
look
it.
at look at Braveheart. Look at all these ones. Like
There probably
Napoleon.
have been Napoleon movies.
Good point, actually.
Yeah, but they were called like the final battle or something like
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Yeah, you're right.
The tallest conqueror.
Good point.
Yeah,
about,
exactly.
Good point about
Ironic.
Braveheart, actually.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, good
Huge.
point about that.
Titanic.
And Gladiators. big.
Titanic.
Yeah.
300.
Matrix.
300.
300. Yeah.
This is the
less,
examples
less.
episode. Movie examples.
But this it actually looks like these movies are sometimes you could tell that movies are back too. Like Marvel's kind of now.
Yo, listen to this. I went to Saskatchewan with Braden Lynch. Yeah, fucking buddy. Exactly what you would think. Just as advertised out there, the prairies. But Napoleon was very present at the big screen with the First World War in France. So almost 180 films. But are any called Napoleon?
Oh,
You're like
180
you're like
of them.
14 of them.
I'm sure.
Braden's buddy is giving us a ride to the airport. Just met him. Not even 5 minutes into the car ride, this guy
Had 4 beers for you?
turns back. That's a bit I'm gonna do. He turns back. Swear to God, this is all verbatim. He goes, "Hey, I got a bit for you."
Oh, love this.
Which already, like, my whitey senses are tingling. You know what I mean? And this guy goes like, I don't know if anybody's done anything like this, but check it out. And he's driving, looking in the rear view. I'm in the back. He goes,
Eye contact.
so yeah, he's just like driving.
Somehow in my eyes.
He goes, listen, you're in front of the audience, and you tell the audience we're gonna play a word game, and then you tell them, hey, give me an N-word. Because they're all thinking one and they can't say it. And then he goes, get it? By the way, I'm not racist. I'm like, I've never been so confused in my life.
See, if he did that
It's a Joe
version of
Biden
it-
speech right now, you know? Like, what the fuck? Like, out of all the things you could say to prove you're not racist, this is a beautiful one. You nailed it, buddy. And then he's waiting on me to respond. And I'm like, I don't know. And then I'm looking at him. I don't know. I'm like, well, I don't know, man. I swear to God. I'm like, I don't know, man. What if they say like night or nachos? He goes, they're not thinking those words. I'm like, Jesus, I've never been so happy to get to the airport. Right when we get out, Braden goes, Jesus, he didn't even wait 5 minutes.
Braden's like the sophisticated version.
Exactly. With
That's
Braden's
so funny.
fucking like prairie voice. Like, buddy, didn't even wait 5 minutes.
Dude, I have I think all comics do this, but you ever have somebody or another comic go, is this funny? And then they tell it to you, and then you're like, I gotta react here. Like, what am I doing?
You got to keep your professional integrity.
I was just like, a guy asked
support,
me
but-
over the weekend, he's like, is this funny? I'm gonna try it. And
You're like, don't. Don't.
What's fucking fucked is laughter's a natural reaction. So if you can make me do it. Like,
Yeah.
if I don't do it, you didn't make it happen. So he tells me the bit, I didn't laugh. He's like, you think it's good? And I'm like, yeah, sure. Yeah.
Try it.
Try it. I'm trailing off. Try it.
It's like when I used to say dead mouse at the beginning. I didn't know it was an S at the end. I just be like, yo, you guys hear that new dead mouse track? I didn't know what the 5 was. Yo, dead mouth.
You know, that Improv 60 thing I was telling you, Dion Cole does a set, and in the middle he's got a joke. He's like, yo, if you saw a couple comedians and they did really well, and one of them didn't do good, don't go, and they're both talking to each other, don't go up to them. Don't go tell one guy that they're good, and like, don't say anything to the other guy. He knows. He's in the car driving home, hating himself.
Yeah, he knows.
He knows.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
like,
that's-
that's funny. His shit was funny.
And the other guy tells this to Braden too, which is, it's funny when people, the same guy, after he told me the racist joke, the same guy tells Braden this. He goes, and you're getting good up there, buddy. I mean, you know. And it's funny when you're trying to compliment, civilians try to compliment a comedian, and it's just all pure insult. And I'm just looking at Braden's face, and I'm laughing, right? He goes, you're really getting comfortable up there, because, you know, all the stuff you were posting before, you know, obviously you were, you really clearly were like, make me I want to make you laugh. And it was clearly like very kind of cringe sometimes. I'm like, "Wait, get to the compliment, bro. Like, what do you, and Braden's like, looking at it like, and I'm in the back. Dying. Right? Like, give me an N-word.
That's all.
They're
them out
not
there,
thinking those words.
though. That's all of them out there, though.
That's like this guy specifically. And I told you how the one guy after the show was like, dude, great job, but please be more racist. You can still be. And I was like, this is how Trump gets elected. It's this general sentiment throughout
I wish
the
you would have
country.
elaborated, like, what type of racism?
Exactly,
because
well, here's the
imagine
thing.
you're like, what type of racism you looking for, boy?
I'm conflicted because first of all, it means that my shit was mildly racist. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, you
In-
are
in the-
TV approachable racist. You,
In chicken wing talk, I was serving up hot honey. And this nigga wanted suicide, right?
Yes,
So
yes,
I was like, bro, I don't know about that. And then it made me think. I think we need an environment for like these like white guys like this that like feel like they're so like bent up and shit like that. We need an environment for them to go and just be racist. You
yeah,
know what I mean?
I wonder
It's not-
I wonder where in Toronto that environment exists. Maybe somewhere in Richmond. What are you talking about?
No. But I'm saying like outside of comedy, just you alone. It's kind of like an escape room, but it's like a hate room. You know, you just sit there on a couch and they just bring up minorities on a TV.
See, here's the thing.
and you just yell out slurs. But then I realized people are already doing that at home when they're watching sports. You know what I mean? Like, you ever see your buddy? I had my buddy one time losing money. Like he was a Filipino guy. I've never seen someone more racist than when the team you bet money on is losing. My buddy's like, oh, dunk it, you monkey. Fuck. They're going to take the house. They're going to take the house. I was like, jeez, I wasn't even mad. Like, how much did you put down? Fuck.
See, the hate room's
That
good.
monkey ought to jump.
The hate room's good, but I don't think people want to like overtly hate. They want to catch you doing something that's like lesser and then judge you for it.
No, this guy wanted to overtly hate. Yeah.
He actually, if he did that bit
yeah.
the way he did it to you
Yeah.
and said, I was telling this to a black guy in Saskatchewan, he probably would have crushed.
Oh, like, are you talking about the N-word one? or
If
you
he
talking
goes,
about-
yo, I tried to tell this guy, and he's telling the story about you,
Yeah.
that story of him doing that, if he did that on stage, if he was a comedian, that would have killed in Saskatchewan.
I bet, dude. I bet. Like, this is all going to be out here, but it's funny that people are just like, be more racist. I'm like, was I racist to begin with? And how racist should I get?
What does that make you think? You think you're going to lean in a little bit more to some racism?
No, I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna keep doing whatever I feel like I gotta do. But like, it just made me think. Like, what I kind of wanted to ask, but I didn't want to hear. Like, what part was racist to you, and what did you enjoy?
I didn't want to hear.
I think anytime I did like an accent, I was like, I think maybe just like the accents, and he called that racist.
Vivek?
But that's like, no, I didn't do that bit. And I don't even say. I just say Vivek. I don't even say doing an accent.
Saskatchewan looked like There Will Be Blood.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Like the whole thing is flat.
Yeah, exactly. We went straight up to an oil pump. Fucking Braden used to work in the oil and gas. He explained everything to me. It was so sick to go. You saw that video I posted, right?
Yeah.
So sick to go right up to those things. Those things, the money they make, when you see them and it gives you the scale of what they make, it hits you how rich the Saudis are. Because they're pushing at a magnitude higher than this shit.
Yeah.
But like each one of those little ones is like $2 to $3 million to set up. You drill down, you put the thing. He said, but one time they had one that paid itself off in 3 weeks.
So those
It
things
was
just
$3 million to drill, set up, paid itself off in 3 weeks.
and those things are just automatic. They just do that forever.
They just fucking, if the pump is good, they'll go 24/7. And if the well is like not like the best, they'll go like 8 hours or whatever the fuck. And then a guy just does rounds, checking on all the gauges and shit, and fucking, and it's just making money. Like a decent one, like a good one, will make you over 20 grand a day.
And these are owned obviously by huge companies.
Yeah, or guys will split one. But nowadays,
What do
it's
you mean?
mostly like guys will literally go in. Like, let's say I want to buy this place and rent it. I get a mortgage. Should be like this house is probably 1.2 million in Toronto. Just get a fucking well. You and a buddy go splits on a well. You drill it, and now you just got passive income going.
So you're telling me that a bunch of people out there,
You gotta lease it.
normal guys.
No, it's
You
not
start
common
out-
anymore because it's gotten so
It's
expensive.
saturated.
But he's like, I'm like, do guys ever go splits on them? He's like, they used to do stuff like that. Like his dad had like 10 or 20 or whatever. But you lease them for some years and they dry up. They'll often
Of course,
dry
of
up in
course.
like 5 to whatever years.
Yeah.
And then they just like plug them, drop concrete, and call it a day. Yeah, it's just money out there, bro. The flat, when it's all flat, everyone's focusing on what's underneath, you know? And when it's like mountains, we're like, let's ski down it,
How
right?
flat? Like if you're sitting on the road.
Flat. Why? Flat as fuck.
Weird.
Like, just as you know what's great about Saskatchewan? First of all, I kept saying Saskatchewan. They're like, I know you're not from here because you keep saying it like that. It's Saskatchewan. Like after the ch, it's one syllable.
I know.
Saskatchewan.
It's like guys.
What? I never even heard that.
Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan. Yeah, they call a pilsner a schnurr. They have the local beers called a bow something. They call it a bow. So they got a
What's
bow
the weather?
or a
What's the
schnurr.
weather out there? Is it harsh?
Fuck, it's supposed to be harsh. Nicer than this right now.
Damn.
Global warming. I kept being like in every show, like, let's make some noise for global warming, ladies and gentlemen. I fucking brought a parka with me and
Dude,
shit.
you could
like,
feel it. Right, it's 11 yesterday.
yeah, it's so. I mean, now it's the fun's over. I mean,
This isn't
it's
even
negative
bad.
5.
No,
No,
but it's-
snow is coming any second.
It's 0 right now.
Yeah.
Like, it was freezing this morning.
Yeah, negative 5 when I went to the gym, you know? So, like, by the way, the gym. But no, it was
so-
fucking nice out there, though.
But flat, you'd think would be perfect for developing.
Yeah, but it's all agriculture.
Yeah, it's
They're
always
just growing
good for
shit.
farming.
They're just growing shit.
Flat is good for oil.
It's so cheap out there. It's like back in the day, like we were in like super small town. We did a show in a place called Eston, Saskatchewan. It's fucking 2,300 population. Oil and gas is just farmers. One guy's like, fucking, this is what guy goes like, yeah, he kept like, it's funny when you go, it's like, city people are so specific. We're all like fear of judgment, so we're all kind of like,
have an identity.
we stand up. But this guy is like, it reminds me of growing up. You know the guy that like, the weird hiccup and he kind of like does a thing where he's all, closes his eyes to say what he wants and kind of is looking up over there. He goes, yeah, I fucking bought the place for 65 grand. It was fucking great. I was like, what, bro?
Jeez, you right?
Are you all right?
Are there lights on behind you? What's going on?
This guy's having a mild stroke right in front of me, man. But like 65 grand he bought a house for.
Yeah.
Like this size house, a little smaller.
As it should be.
65 grand. This is like at least 2 million here.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I mean, this palace, $2 million.
I mean, I rent. I know. I'm saying like you know how small this fucking house is. Yeah. That's my whole point.
Dude, the oil shit's real. That's what that movie's about. That Killers of the Flower Moon.
And that's what the fucking what's it called about. And now I know why. You know, in those movies where oil will always spray and they're like, get the fuck. Braden explained all that
Well,
shit to me.
that I thought was common knowledge. What I
But they
didn't
don't have that anymore. It used to be you
No.
just got to put the back pressure of mud and shit. So because the gas is pushing it up and it's like controlling it and shit. I'm like, oh shit, man, we getting out.
I just
we
didn't
learning.
I didn't realize that there were rich like native Indians.
Yeah. Oh, that movie. I didn't even know that was a thing. Like that
No.
had happened. And like the white people were their servants.
Jesus.
You know?
That I think is a little bit exaggerated in the movie because in the book it says it was mostly blacks and Mexicans with some whites.
Yeah.
And then the white people in the towns were very like
Wait. Blacks, Mexicans were what?
servants to Indians.
Like their drivers.
So
and
this
stuff like
movie
that.
is about the Osage tribe of people. They got kicked out of Kansas basically because white people doing their thing. It actually the movie makes you realize like white people are just like barbaric and dumb.
Oh yeah. Of course. It's always been like
we've been
everybody
on
kind of is.
No,
The
I know.
colonizers
It's just,
always
the
are like
colonizers
that.
are just barbaric and dumb, and like the natives are nice people, and it's obviously you're being taken advantage of.
But the natives are like it's all community. It depends on who you fuck with.
Yeah.
Everybody's barbaric if you fuck with them.
Yes.
Or if you fuck with their money.
But these whites are
essentially,
just
yeah.
like choosing to do this.
They kick these people out and they're like, go over there in a reservation. The
Where-
reservation had crazy oil.
But they thought that this reservation was dead land, so
Yeah.
that's why they put them there.
Yeah.
And then one day, fucking oil comes out of nowhere, and they're like, "Oh my god, this is like the biggest deposit." They couldn't do anything with the oil, but then they sell it to the white people, and they can use the land. Basically, what happens is they're like, we can't do anything with this, but it's not yours, so you're paying us to use
Pump
it.
rights, yeah,
and
exactly.
you're gonna give us money.
Yeah.
So they literally had to go to like the bank and be like, give me my allowance. But they're drawing from like $30 million back in 1921. So it's like fucking, you're like a billionaire.
That's what China does in every third world country, every developing country. Hey, you guys are on like a lot of cobalt. Hey, you guys are on a lot of oil. Hey, you guys are on a lot of gold. It's gonna cost you $48 million just to get it out. Is what we'll do. We'll bankroll it, but we get half on everything. And in the end, they get like 80-20 on everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, because they're selling you the services that they're using anyways.
Like, did you see Congo or one of these guys? Their uranium deposits, like they're paying like the international rates like 200 US for a kilogram or something, and whoever their people that bankrolled the mining have their rate as literally like I think it was 80 cents a kilogram or something like that.
Wow.
It was less than 200th of like the fucking world market.
Kind
like,
of makes
rate.
sense to do it a little bit in Canada, like that we are selling them back like lumber and wood and water and shit.
I know, but when the divvy up is so egregious,
Yeah.
it's like what the fuck? It's like people that couldn't even read or write. Like, oh, hello.
Yeah. Well, it's even like we're talking about like the natives.
I don't know why I
like
said that at the end there. Oh, I don't know what that was. We were talking about Congo people. Like, hello, cancel me, hey, oh, Crystalia.
When the white people went to the natives, they're like, "Oh, we'll buy this land for you." And the natives like, "Buy the land? What do you mean buy the land?"
How do you buy the land?
You know what I mean? It's
This
like, we'll give
land-
you $100. Like, sick.
They had
my great-great-grandfather
they had like lavish houses and shit.
Yeah. So then essentially all these white people would start marrying into while resenting them, would start marrying into the biggest earners of like the daughter, because the mom or the parents had the rights to the oil.
Yeah.
And they were slowly just killing all of them and trying to like make sure that the rights went to their kids.
Yes.
And then the one guy literally goes to him, he goes, his kids were like the right. He goes, if these kids died, does the right get transferred to me? He goes, you understand that
You're saying you're killing.
you're saying you're gonna kill the kids to get the. He's like, well, I won't if it doesn't.
Yeah, literally. It made you watching the movie made you realize like when laws became established, people were still like, okay, you know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, sure, I can't kill, but like, all right, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
They were like,
exactly.
just don't get caught. And like, there's a guy in the movie, he would take out insurance policies on people, like random native people, and then he would go like, oh, you owe me 25 grand.
Robert De Niro, yeah.
I took out an insurance policy on him. They're like, yeah, it's kind of strange, don't you think?
Yeah, and then he ended up burning the crop or whatever just
Yeah.
to get the money. He's like, this is a big mistake. It's a big mistake.
It's actually the beginning of the FBI. This thing that happened with all these murders.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it's like the birth of the FBI.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Was this investigation and trying to figure out who did this?
Yeah.
And,
You know the FBI is still siding with them too. It's like
well, I mean, the guy, William Hale,
they ended up paying cash to the FBI to come investigate pretty much.
they did. Yeah.
like 30 grand or something.
William Hale, the guy, like the main kind of antagonist, they say at the end of the movie, he just lived a normal life. He got out of jail and
Yeah.
then he lived his life in Osage County. He went back and just lived there.
So he was like, you know that thing where it's like the American gangster style, the biggest criminal in the community is always giving turkeys and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like he's campaigning for mayor.
Yeah.
Same type shit. Like, they love me. I do this and he's just like killing everybody behind the scenes. Like,
He was. Am I loud in here? I don't sound loud to myself. He was really good in that movie, though.
yeah. What's he at?
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think you're fine.
I'm good.
You do sound a little lower.
Does sound low to me in my
Is
head.
his audio at 8? His headphones at the bottom one. They're both at 8, or
He
his a
was
little
really
lower?
good in that movie. Though.
Oh, it was great. But fucking DiCaprio though.
Oh man, damn, he's good.
It's amazing how DiCaprio can.
Be anybody?
Yeah, like the first scene, you're just like, yeah, it's DiCaprio again. But then in it, you really do.
Seeing his face.
Yeah, and he's a lackey. It's rare for him to be like.
Stupid.
He's not the main guy. Even though like the movie's focused on him, he's like one of the lackeys. He's like
He kind of is the main guy, but he's not the main story.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, look at Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah,
look at the
yeah.
Titanic. Most of these, it's around him.
Who's that guy that comes in and is the investigator? I love that actor.
The white guy
Yeah.
that was in Breaking Bad?
Yeah.
The guy.
He was skinny in Breaking Bad. He was young then.
Yeah, he's fat now.
He's
yeah.
like
What's
the
the name of the
new.
movie?
He's
Something
like,
about that face.
He's like the new Philip Seymour Hoffman.
What's the name of the movie?
Killers of the Flower Moon. He basically, when Philip died, this guy's like, I got it.
A little bit. He's way more awkward than like the final one, Jesse Plemons.
He's incredible, dude.
He is sick
This guy.
because he has such a notable face.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And Brendan Fraser as the. Do you hear my theory on Brendan Fraser last week?
Oh,
Did I tell you?
Fat? Like how he came back fat?
Yeah, that's my theory.
Yes,
so he's
yes,
fat
I
now,
remember
right?
this,
I think he did the whale to like go to the extreme of to Hollywood. Like, look at how fat I could be. Because in reality, he is fat. Because in The Lawyer, he's quite fat.
He's big, yeah.
But
He actually
because
looks
of
like a
the
Batman
whale,
villain in
but
that.
because of the whale, he looks like a fucking mobster in it.
Yeah,
his suit is pinstripe like that.
He
and he's
looked good, he
like-
looked good like that.
Oh, he looks like a powerful
Dude.
He goes, "You were tortured." What? You were tortured. I was, you know what I mean? I was like, "Now that's a lawyer right there."
He could have been Wilson Fisk.
The King.
What was that again?
Wilson Fisk is the main villain in
Kingpin?
Spider-Man.
The King.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
But the guy they got to be Fisk in the Daredevil shows, D'Onofrio, that's a good actor. Too.
pull him up.
Kingpin?
Pull him up.
Yeah, the Kingpin.
You know, Brendan Fraser in this movie looked like a textbook fat cat.
Yeah, he did.
He looked like a fat.
He looked like he wore a pinky
millionaire.
ring. Eh?
Yeah. And went to Eyes Wide Shut.
Yeah.
And did remember what's it called? Squid Games, what the rich people do or whatever the fuck.
He looked like the early 2000s. He looked like this.
Yeah. But he has hair though.
Yeah.
So this is more of like I'm a very violent.
This is the original Wilson Fisk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like that guy that we
Michael
just
Clark
shot,
Duncan.
what's his name?
This is
what's
D'Onofrio.
Yeah.
Vincent
So,
D'Onofrio.
so this guy is more of like violent head guy, right? Whereas Brendan Fraser in that is like I'm
Sinister.
in bed with politics.
Yeah.
I'm also at the senator hearing thing. I'm like, you know what I mean?
I think I mentioned this in the last one. They canceled that Batgirl movie. He's supposed to be...
Look at that body.
Brendan Fraser was a villain in it. He was playing Firefly.
Yeah.
And they canceled the movie, but everyone was saying, what I read about it, that
killing it.
It was going to be like a wild performance. But you know what? I feel like people sleep on Leo. Like people know he's so good that they don't
People
even
sleep on Leonardo DiCaprio.
In a way,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
In a
What
way,
are you
yeah.
talking
Well, he only has
These
one
are the
Oscar.
hot takes. These are the hot takes.
He only has one Oscar.
Yeah, but you know who has 0 Oscars and 0 Adam Sandler. His movies make. So the question is, what
have
do
you ever
want?
seen Reign Over Me?
No.
Is that the sad one? Yeah, I have.
Damn, he's good in that.
He's given range.
See,
but
but
like,
here's the thing. What I mean, people sleep on him. Like, see, what we're talking about Brendan Fraser because he's come back and he's doing all this shit. Leo does this in like every fucking movie, and like we just don't really talk about it.
because Leo's
we
done
talk
100
about it every
movies and they're all
movie, though.
great. They're all
Yeah.
they're Scorsese, they're whatever the fuck.
Like his
We
shit in
expect greatness.
Django. I just watched Django.
Dog, that's the best one for me.
I haven't seen
Jesus.
Django in so long. when
Django's
he's the slave
fine.
master,
Yeah,
right?
he's so good.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Kills it.
it's
Literally.
I haven't seen. I haven't seen it since theaters actually.
So do you know like movies are a little bit of like a reality
And
backstory?
even in what's it called? Fucking Gangs of New York. I just watched that recently. Dude, what's his name?
Very
Isn't it?
long. Did Lewis? Daniel Day?
Daniel Day. Now that's the highest level acting there is.
'Kay.
Daniel Day-Lewis.
He is the
It
highest.
looks like he's around acting. Like in that picture when they were like the gangs were about to go at each other. It literally looks like actors. And then a guy they fucking time traveled. Just the way his eye is like that. You know what I mean? Like that. Go to Gangs of New York fight pictures.
Oh, it's
Images.
I might.
Just the way he
watch this
looks,
today.
man. Like it's just fucking ridiculous. Like yeah, like and the way he talks and the way he does his fucking mouth thing, dude. Daniel Day-Lewis is literally on like, I think he's.
But he does fucked up shit. Like he'll be like a cobbler for 6 months to.
But he's a cobbler in real life. Though.
Yeah, but like I mean, like he'll do that. He'll be like, oh, I'm working at a butcher shop for this movie.
I
It's
heard he
like,
went back in time for a year just to
Yeah,
prep. Yeah.
I heard he killed his wife.
Yeah. No, that's a known fact.
But in Django, I don't know if you know this. There's that scene where
Yeah. I know.
he gets blood all over Kerry Washington's face.
I don't remember it.
Basically, Samuel L. Jackson tells Monsieur Candy that
Which is DiCaprio?
that DiCaprio. He's telling him, hey, these guys don't want to buy a fighter. They want to buy this girl, and they're just lying to you about this. And he goes, what do you mean? They were so nice. And then he realizes, so then he comes in with a skull of old Ben, which was like a servant of the father. And he cuts open the skull. He's like, see these 3 dimples? These are the dimples of servility. And they mean that you're going to be a servant if you have this brain. And as bright as you are, bright boy, if I cut your head open, you would have the same 3 dimples as old Ben here. And it's a real skull, and they're like, it's like a fucking heated scene. And he goes to slam his hand to like, don't move your hands. Yeah. And he physically in real life cuts his hand.
Yeah.
The scene keeps going.
Of course he uses it.
So he grabs Kerry Washington's face, and literally his blood is all over her face. So in that scene when she's like, ah, she's like legit reacting to his fucking blood on her face. So he wrote her a letter after apologizing. He's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry.
I don't have Hep C. I don't have Hep C.
That's acting.
It's like, that's acting. I'm so sorry.
It's just like, and cut.
I don't have that many Oscars.
Get a towel. Oh my God. And then
Oh
you know
my
people
God.
were like, oh my God.
Oh, you knew people were doing
people
crazy
applauded.
shit.
Yeah.
Oh, my
That's the funny thing. Of like now when I see cool things, I'm just like in my head I go and cut, and I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
about
yeah.
I think about the guys like in the frame right now, what they do, who stays like in it, who goes fucking this, and like
Leo's probably the guy that enjoys the applause breaks. Daniel Day is like, if I hear clapping after a scene, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
no, those guys go. They stay in the emotion of the scene, even in between takes, type shit.
Yeah.
That's why DeLeo was like, I remember him talking about. He was like on The Good Doctor or whatever. It's like a cancer scene. And he's like, when they go cut, I'm used to like comedy or whatever. When they go cut, we laugh. But he's like, when they go cut, the sadness stays, and you're waiting until they go like action again. Which is, I'm like, oh fuck.
That's kind of heavy. I don't know if I like.
But I mean, if it's like
Helps.
cancer, you're just like, oh, this bitch is dead. Yo, can I get Danish? Can I get it? And then you come back like, oh, you know what I mean?
Can I get
Like
the Danish?
you kind of got to stay in it. I get that, but I'm like, I'm not excited to be part of that project where I have to be sad for the whole production.
Well, it messes with you psychologically.
Well, of course. I mean, look at fucking what's his name?
Heath Ledger.
Heathy.
Look at all of them. Look at all of them. All the guys that go method. Right?
Who's like the
Kaufman.
most method
I
crazy?
think Day-Lewis, I think.
Yeah.
Like type in story how method does Daniel Day-Lewis go?
Well, Jared Leto did some crazy shit when he was Joker. He like shipped dead rats to the castmates in boxes.
yeah.
I'm like, dude,
that's some Hollywood. I think that's some LA shit.
Yeah,
like
what?
when I was that, I did this.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
Jared
yeah.
Leto does it more from an LA Hollywood kind of place.
Like Jared Leto wants this.
Jared Leto's not a cobbler. He's not a tailor in the off season. He's a fucking rock star.
Yeah.
You know, he's
not a
pure
cobbler.
LA. Like this guy. He learned Czech for the unbearable lightness of being. You know what I mean? He learned Czech. A dead language.
Granted, it's
For-
like
in the name of the
this is
Father.
all he's got to do.
I know, but it's like he doesn't even have to do it though.
Oh, when he had that fucking hair for
How
Last
long that
Mohicans.
gun
I've
is.
never even
What?
seen that. The Last of the Mohicans.
You never
Is it
seen The
good?
Last of Mohicans?
No.
Oh, it's good.
It's good?
Yeah.
It sounds
It's
like
like-
a
it's like-
killer. It sounds like the prequel to Killer of the fucking Madundum.
He
But,
actually became a Mohician.
of course he did.
He married a
he's like, I
Mohician.
taught them Czech. Spent
Well,
time
in that
Possible.
Killers of the Flower Moon, I'm pretty sure that they're speaking the native language. Robert De Niro and DiCaprio.
Yeah. Well, when he says learn boxing for 18 months, of course, because otherwise it would be like, what are you doing?
That's
Learn boxing. I'm like, yeah, you played the boxer. You got to box.
They all do that.
Good, yeah.
I honestly,
standard.
the only reason I would want to do a boxing movie is to actually be a boxer. Like,
Made
so I could just
everyone
train.
on set of Lincoln.
Made
refer
everyone
to
on
as-
set
I
refer
need
to him as
watch
Mr.
Lincoln.
President.
Have you seen this Lincoln one?
I haven't. I want to.
It seems like a very long movie. Keep going. Refused to wear a winter coat and caught pneumonia for gangs of New York. That's just stupid.
That is just stupid as shit.
Yeah, what a dumbass.
Refuse?
He goes, he's like, Daniel, like, the camera's not running. It's going to be down for like an hour. They're changing the light setup. Just put the coat on. No. I'm a gangster of New York.
I love that.
We didn't believe in layers. Learned dressmaking for 2 years for Phantom Thread.
He is
He's already
probably
a cobbler, so I bet he just enjoyed that.
he's probably a nightmare
to
on
touch
set
the-
because the writers come up with the ideas and then he goes and like becomes it to the nth degree and they're like, okay, can you do it like this? He's like, actually, no, I can't. I spent 2 years making this dress.
Yeah, exactly.
What
Like,
the
okay,
fuck?
fucking relax.
Relax.
And then having a PA that's on for that day.
Jesus.
Like, he's been fucking working on this. He's been a nightmare to his family and
Or
friends
like
for
the PA, they're like,
24
oh my God, I
months.
love what you're wearing. What is it? Oh, Daniel made it.
He said, don't speak to him. Don't look him in the
He
eyes.
told me I had to wear it.
You know how many times I've heard people say they were on a thing where they were instructed to not look so-and-so in the eyes? And I've never been around that and I've never seen that. And I can't imagine someone saying that. I can imagine being like, don't look at them.
And being serious?
Yeah, I can imagine them being like, "Oh, Paul Chico's when he's in it fucks with, just don't look at him." But when you say like, "Don't look him in the eyes,"
Yeah,
what the fuck? So just I can look in his direction, but don't meet his glance. Do not make eye contact.
What kind of
with
interactions
him.
is this motherfucker having?
Yeah, what the fuck? Like, cut my life into pieces.
Like,
yeah, I
damn.
like that shit, huh?
I think Marlon Brando was pretty methody too.
Yeah, but I think he
Or
was just,
gay.
Yeah, but half these guys are. Number one. Number two, he didn't remember his lines. He was like a nightmare to work with.
That
Brando?
kinda- that's
He was a
kinda-
nightmare to
yeah,
work
but
with.
he-
That was his genius.
That was his
Shut the
style.
fuck up.
His style is literally like, I don't want to know the lines because I want the character to like be thinking about what he's saying. It's like, what?
He's like, where's Brando? He slept in. His art is so true. He's at the dentist. Man, this guy, he's always working.
Every scene, another actor says their line to Brando, and he just has to like think about the lines, or like that. Joey in Friends, Joey used to call it the fart acting.
What's that?
When Joey on Friends was in the soap opera Days of Our Lives, he was like, "Oh, you got to smell the fart acting." He's like, "What?" Like when you don't know your line, you kind of like glaze off, and it's like you smelled a fart, and it comes back. You come back to your line.
I told you that's what M. Night said too. He goes, if you miss, he was telling the other guy this. He goes, if you forget your line, do not say line, do not reset, stay in it, because as your eyes think to remember your fucking line that you have, it translates to the screen as depth and emotion. So as you're like searching for what the fuck to say, it actually looks good.
Yeah.
So don't just be like, don't pull a Sheldrick and be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Come on, can we reset it? Like, come on, stay in it, motherfucker.
What's her name? ScarJo. She does it to the mirror.
Johansson?
Yeah, she'll do her lines to herself in the mirror, so she can see how it looks.
That's high level shit.
That's high level.
Yeah.
She's in a big battle with Disney right now.
Yeah? Over the money?
Some money thing.
The money.
Yeah, and like, yeah.
I owe anybody fighting any of these people, I automatically side with them. I don't know if you're gonna win, but like
You have to, yeah.
Yeah, you know it's not her being greedy. You know Disney's trying to keep 99% of I mean, they're in the business of taking the pie. That's the game.
I think it was a lot to do with like they pay dudes so much more.
But it's not even buddy,
I love
they're
you're just
taking
like,
it-
of course.
No, it's just they
Of
take
course.
the lump sum of it. I don't think it's like a him with a. I think it's all based on your stardom. It's a case by case basis with everybody. So don't even.
Yeah, for sure.
The dude's representatives push for more is really what it is. The dude's not in a
Yes,
conference room being like,
you're right
"I'm
about
Daniel
that.
Day-Lewis. I need 50." His people are like, "This is fucking Daniel." Like you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
you're right about
and
that.
so her people should be pushing because she's an undoubted A-lister. But like this TV, it's got the Bob Ross channel. This motherfucker's been dead and buried for like decades. Non-stop playing a Bob Ross, and in between they have commercials that are like, begin your painting with the Bob Ross starter kit. They have bobross.com. They have Bob Ross paints. All the paints have his photo. I'm like, I know his family's not getting a dime.
No,
I know
none of it.
no one is getting a dime. Those were those old school deals where you got fucking destroyed.
It's like that scene in
recent
Killers
where
of the
I
Flower
need a
Moon.
point or two on this shit.
It's like that scene in Killers where Leo comes out and he's like, "You got to sign this," and he goes, "Oh, what?"
Did he sign it?
He ends up signing it.
Yeah. He goes, but did he sign it? Well, don't worry, I already signed it. He's like, well, I didn't sign it because I didn't like. It's like it's
Well,
not
my wife's not sick.
Yeah.
You're like, what? And then that moment where he tells him a story just to get him off the track of
That's the
thinking,
key. And the final, I was watching with Corliss, and he's like, he saw this, and I was like, yeah, you're right. That final one where she goes like, what was in the injection?
Yeah, what were you giving
And
me?
He's like, just the way you know, like when the body language shows that you're lying, the way that he acts, that
lip quiver?
he's like, medicine. He was like, damn, this guy's a high level actor, man. Fuck.
I know.
And
That
he's kind of like smiling, but also on the verge of tears. He like, you know, it's so confusing because he's having these very realistic couple battles when he's like, she's sick and he's fighting with her. And I'm like, where does he know how to do this? Because you know he's never had this dynamic and real relationship.
So true.
Where the fuck did he
Leo
learn?
has
He's
never
like,
taken care of a sick woman who
he's like
been in
on
love
the
with
bed, like, I'm pacing, I'm like, how do you know this version of humanity? You've been a star since you were 8. Like,
even that scene
how do
where,
you know this?
where she's realizing like, I don't want anybody to give me this insulin, I just want you to give it to me, and he kind of like freaks out at her. He's like, you gotta take this. It's like, you've never been in this
Ever.
You never even
had this general sentiment.
you bang new blood 24 hours a day.
This guy's like a vampire, man.
You
He's
even-
essentially the closest thing we've seen to a vampire.
And he probably only hangs out with like 5 people.
And they're all just like A-listers, and then these fucking.
It made me want to watch. When I saw his thing, I was like, damn, he's so good. I want to watch Killers of the Flower Moon just to watch him. I just want to see what the fuck he's doing.
Killers of the Flower Moon is one of those. It's like
Too long.
it is too long, but it's like it kind of doesn't feel like a movie. It's so well done and so grand. It's like an event. It's like I can't even describe it. It's
Yeah, it
like,
almost feels like a docu-series.
like Top Gun Maverick is a movie.
Yes.
That's perfection. That's the best thing I've ever seen. Like not even in like I love Shawshank, I love Matrix, but Top Gun Maverick, you know, that's like pacing, everything. That's as good as it gets.
Wait a second.
But this
Wait a
is
second.
like
Matrix, the first one?
I love the first Matrix.
That's high level too.
That's what I'm saying. It's fucking incredible.
But are you going to put Top Gun
But because
above
it was such a new Matrix,
that's true.
new was so new.
Yeah.
Top Gun, none of it is. That's the craziest part about Top Gun. Nothing in it is novel.
No, it's
nothing
a
in it
shot
is
for shot
new.
remake almost.
Nothing in it is original almost, but it's perfect.
Yeah.
It's like the in jet video and stuff like that is pretty novel. Like the way they actually rode them and shit
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
But like, I think they just mastered the pacing, the hierarchy of military.
Yeah, true.
Even the way it started with that Mach 10 thing. They got to get right into the action.
Dude,
right
Ed
away.
Helms standing there,
Like,
and then the jet goes past.
goes
First of
above
all,
him. I'm
he
like,
would have blown
what?
his entire fucking head
He just
off.
had his driver take him to the end of the fucking runway for this, and he crashes the $20 billion fucking spaceship that he was flying. It's like, and he survived it, and they're like, "You've been demoted." Like, you're
The
like, what?
worst part of that whole movie is that sex scene with him and the girl who
Oh,
runs
they
the
just
bar.
cut to after the fact.
It's just them like rubbing. It
can't
looks like
even-
a Cialis
I know,
commercial.
I know. He can't even fucking like fake it. He can't
No.
even fake the funk. The best when he's like, because she's so much taller than him, is that when he like stands behind her on the boat,
like-
and he's like, he just goes like, what the? That's the only one where I'm like, I think that's just movie math, where they know they need that non-action. Sentimental. All the times where they're not doing action, I'm like, it needed it in that moment.
I could see Tom going to that. I forget her name, but he's like, "Are you a Scientologist?" She's like, "No." He's like, "Okay, we can't kiss on the lips." It's like, well, all right.
Your Huygen levels, or whatever the
Thanks.
fuck.
You're Huygen. Dude, the first Matrix though, that scene where the cops get in the house and they're trying to find Trinity. That shit's awesome.
Oh my god! Even the one where they fucking like they come in to get Morpheus. I just rewatched that the other day. I think we
so
rewatched that, right?
good.
Where he like opens this and the metal detector's like, "What the?" Tish! And then he goes, and then all the SWAT comes, lines up behind the pillars, and the one guy goes, "Freeze!" And then they just fucking start running, and then flipping and.
Have you seen the new one?
Pillars are just breaking.
Resurrection.
I haven't seen any since 2 or 3.
Do not watch.
No, I won't, because I like them.
Don't
because
watch
because this is why I don't. This is why I'm actually a fan of Brendan Schaub. Like, I like the guy. That's why I don't watch any of his specials. You know what I mean?
That's hilarious.
Because I like him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why I like Matrix 1. That's why I do not watch these bastardized things.
Have you
later
seen?
on.
You've seen 2 and 3?
I've seen 2 and
Yeah,
3
yeah, yeah.
because they came out in like that 6th year where it was still the same thing.
Yeah.
Now it's just beating a dead horse. You know what I mean? Like,
What would you say? Go comedy movies for a second. What would you say is like one of, and you can't because there's so many. One of the best comedy movies, in your opinion?
out of all time.
Sure. I mean, we're
it's funny.
gonna pick a certain
yeah.
we're gonna pick a certain date because we've only been alive for so long. But like for me, man.
From Office Space, man.
Oh yeah, that's a good
That's
one.
just a pure comedy. Not like something about Superbad is like it's comedy for the sake of Superbad is on that
like
list.
it's
without a doubt.
intentional. Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I know.
Something
but
about
it is-
Office
it's
Space, it
legendary.
seems like a regular movie with comedy bits, and then you realize the whole thing is comedy. Even when he's rapping at the beginning and he lowers the volume as the black guy's near him, he's like, "Gonna put the fucking," and then he goes, puts it back up. Like, he's not a confident guy. It's like,
I gotta rewatch Office Space.
you're
I
a
haven't seen it
very
in
bad man.
years.
Oh man, that's such a good movie.
For me, Rush Hour and Rush Hour 2 are up there.
Oh, without a doubt.
The
bro.
Rush
But
Hour
that's
first one?
pure comedies.
The first one is literally. I felt like the director would literally just every day go, "Chris, whatever you want."
Yeah.
Like that
He's
scene
like,
where
we
he
go to a pinball.
where he blows up the car
Yeah.
in the first one and he just starts dancing like Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Like the whole movie is him.
That's called fan service.
Yes.
That's called fan
He
service.
did it again in the second one.
In the animes, when the lady has a giant tits for no reason, that's fan service. That's the same thing. He do the dance because Def Jam, he fucking was big off the dance and like, and he danced with Michael Jackson. He's always been like,
Yeah.
kind of
He
like
does the voice as well.
he does the voice. He's always kind of been like just adjacent to Michael Jackson a lot, so
Yeah.
they love to incorporate that shit.
He
And
just
they're a
turned it
little bickering.
off one day. Chris Tucker's like, I don't want to be this anymore. I'm turning it off.
What you get? I mean, they're doing what, Rush Hour 4 or 5 now?
Well,
he goes
he's, like, really
Rush
religious.
Hour 4. He says like he teased it with like Jackie or some shit in some Instagram post a while back. Rush Hour 5. Did 4 come out?
He's
4 or 5. So
at 3 came out.
3 came out.
4 is
He's
going to
a
be the new
while
one.
ago.
Yeah.
But he's very religious now, so I think he's kind of like doesn't want to get too much in because it's a different life.
well. Hopefully, he has like his fucking a bunch of franchises and whatever the fuck set up.
And I would say another really, really funny one. Which Jim Carrey movie do you pick?
Bruce Almighty is funny, but it's okay. Liar Liar might have been funnier.
Dude, Liar Liar when he goes and
The
beats
Mask.
himself up in the washroom.
The Mask.
The Mask is hilarious.
The Mask is hilarious. When he beats himself up in the washroom in Liar Liar,
Yeah.
I'm kicking my ass.
I shouldn't even remember
Or,
that part.
dude, when he's like,
he's like,
the pen is
Yeah.
royal. You're like,
When he's, like,
holy
fucking with
shit,
the kid.
this is just him by himself.
Yeah, no, he's nuts. He's fucking nuts.
He is fucking nuts.
Uh,
He was like Robin
best
Williams
comedy
without a
movies.
heavy drug addiction.
yeah. Did Robin Williams have a heavy drug? Big into coke or what?
Dude. Robin Williams said he did so much coke that it literally changed his brain chemistry.
Really?
Yeah, he said that one day he just it's bad.
I could never fucking could you imagine how he is normally? Like a party, him coked out. You'd laugh, stop laughing. He's still going.
I watched this thing the other day.
Ah, I'm in a box. Ooh, relax. I'm in a box. Ooh, I'm doing coke. Ah.
I just watched this thing where it was like him in a commercial. He had to say one line, and he just improv for like 13 minutes, and the director hated it.
Yeah, of course he hated it.
He's like, Robin, can you please say the line? He's like, I'm so happy to be here. And it's like, what?
Then the line is buy Coca-Cola. Ooh, but I'm in a box. Ah. He's like, where is he? He's in his dressing. He hung himself. Fuck.
Bring him in. Bring him back in.
Jesus Christ, what the fuck?
Yeah, he was heavy.
Best comedy movies, man.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
Don't Be a Menace. I like that one.
Don't be a menace.
Friday, of course.
Friday's up there.
Yeah.
Friday's up there.
Pull up a list. 100 best. I want to see what the list has to say. Because it's hard. You know why? Like Wedding Crashers is up there.
Of course. When you're going down, right? Oh my God. Tropic Thunder's gotta be in the list.
Oh my God,
Okay,
Tropic Thunder is
Tropic
so
Thunder is like a
good.
special type of like
Speaking of our boy Tom in Tropic Thunder is incredible.
Tom.
I like This Is the End too.
This Is the End was incredible.
Tom
By the way,
Cruise, where he's the crazy agent. He's got the hairy chest.
we love to see like a good-looking actor play a shitty
shitty,
looking.
yeah.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
like, look at you. You know what I mean? But Ben Stiller, make no doubt, Ben Stiller is one of the funniest motherfuckers in Hollywood. That guy,
Oh man,
Dodgeball.
Meet the
Ben
Parents.
Stiller. If I
Dodgeball.
could have one career, like as far as like the general roles you get,
Yeah.
it would be Ben Stiller.
dude, look at his dad. Imagine being that guy's dad or that guy's son.
That guy's son. I mean, it fucking
Superbad is
worked.
84.
Damn, that's
Go back. Is
whoa.
100 the best or one the best?
I never even heard of one, so
Or
it can't
these
be
just
the best.
100 best.
Clerks? Like, what is this?
Clerks. That's the one.
That's
with
very
what's his name?
classic. Very
Oh,
classic.
I know.
Yeah, like Jane Silent Bob.
I don't know if it's...
I think 87. Like This Is the
Go
End.
all the way to the bottom.
This Is the End's really funny.
This is the end is fucking hilarious. Oh, Raising Arizona is a
Yeah,
great
that
movie,
is
but
funny.
is it number one? No,
I don't think so.
I don't want to.
This is-
Look
no,
at this list.
no,
The
no,
Philadelphia
no.
story,
Okay,
1920. Now that's when comedy was comedy.
Yeah, my God. Okay, wait.
That was depth and
go
laughter.
100 best comedy movies from 1980 on.
IMDb.
Yeah.
Monty Python.
That's funny.
Yeah, they all. But
Airplane is hilarious. Airplane's actually-
Caddyshack's actually good too.
Airplane is like hilarious.
Well, we're scrolling fast, son.
They're crazy. The Blues Brothers. Yeah.
You know they came up with that, I think, in a bar in Toronto?
Airplane?
No, Blues Brothers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dumb and Dumber.
Because
Dumb and
Dan Aykroyd,
Office Space. See, there you go.
Dan Aykroyd used to rent a place, and they would drink at the bar on the main level.
Yeah.
And that's what they met, John Belushi and what's his name?
The Naked Gun's hilarious. And
South Park.
Dude, Happy Gilmore. Is that net regulation size or what? Ace Ventura, obviously. I'm gonna
Meet
apologize.
the Parents, fucking hilarious.
I'm gonna apologize to anybody that listens to this when I said which Jim Carrey movie did I pick, and I didn't pick Ace Ventura. When he's going to lock his door and he's like, Ventura. He's like, Satan?
Friday.
Napoleon Dynamite for me.
nah.
Okay.
Oh, Anchorman. Oh my god.
Oh my
I don't know.
God. Brick?
Anchorman might be Anchorman might be at one of the top of the list. Anchorman 1
Brick.
is
Where'd you get a
the
grenade?
densest comedy there is. And if to me and Team America.
Oh, Team America,
America's one of the
yeah,
best.
yeah.
Team America's one of the best.
Brick, where'd you get a grenade?
I don't know.
I don't know. Have you ever seen the auditions for that?
No.
Oh man, Steve Carell's amazing.
Put up YouTube.
Okay, so
Which one? Team America?
okay, so I'm pretty sure it's called Office Auditions, and
Let's
then
end
that
on this
rabbit
shit.
hole is gonna get you to the
Oh,
Steve
The
Carell.
Office.
No, but it's a rabbit hole I got down where I saw him do the audition for Anchorman.
Anchorman Steve Carell audition.
So they literally are just like do an improv of him eating something off the top of the garbage.
Yeah.
And you know how they say don't mime? It's that one.
Anchorman audition tape, number 1.
You know they say don't mime anything?
Yeah.
This is when you can mime.
Okay.
This is like, fuck. And listen to the people watching him.
They're dying?
Oh, yeah.
Because he's like an improv master, right? So it's like.
He's a genius.
I'm Brick Tamland. People seem to like me because I am polite and I am rarely late. I like to eat ice cream and I really enjoy a nice pair of slacks. Years later, a doctor will tell me that I have an IQ of 48 and am what some people call mentally retarded. So.
The pause. Perfect.
Yeah, they're like, oh, this is.
Oh, it is one of those delicious falafel hot dogs with cinnamon and bacon on top.
What do you mean, one of those? Those don't exist. That's a used coffee filter with cigarette butts on it.
Well, I got it out of the food basket at the end of the lunch line.
Garbage can.
Okay.
He's pretty much playing a retarded guy and they're laughing at it. This doesn't age well. It's so funny.
We'll declare war on Corningstone. By the way, Brick, what are you eating?
Oh, it's one of those delicious
That's
falafel
Will
hot
Ferrell.
dogs with
Yeah.
cinnamon and bacon on top.
Watch him mime this.
What do you mean one of those? Those don't exist. That's a used coffee filter with cigarette butts on it.
Well, I got it out of the food basket at the end of the lunch line.
That's a garbage can. Although with the cooking here, there's not much difference.
Will Ferrell. This is where the miming, man. Watch him like take a bite of this.
The cooking's very bad here.
Like,
You're gonna get sick. I'm just telling you one more time, you're gonna get sick.
even like keeping it in his cheeks.
Yeah.
Because when you mime, the fucking hard part about miming is remembering all of the cadence of something.
And it's say keep it in his hand.
Oh no, I'm gonna choke. Make me laugh.
His face is beet red.
No, one more.
Like, oh man. He's fully in this right now.
Yeah.
It's just a good
You
reminder.
booked it. You booked it right there in the room. Yeah.
It's just such a good reminder. Like, you get frozen sometimes. You want to execute for them, but
here's the thing.
Do your thing.
You could have done that. I could have done that if you were thinking to be as funny as possible in this room right now.
Yes.
And the hardest part is you had to have been in a room 400 times before that.
Correct.
Because we have a level of funniness that is not achievable when you're in a novel situation.
Yeah.
Right? So you got to be in the room so much that it's like being on stage. This is the exact same thing as stand-up, I think.
Borat should have been rated higher, I think.
But Borat was kind of like a documentary at the same time.
Kind of, yeah. Austin Powers also really.
Oh my God.
Man. A
Spy
lot.
Who Shagged Me.
A lot of my.
I just
Myers
watched that.
movies.
So fucking funny. That's like super bad funny where it's like they're just going for funniness.
Yeah.
Remember when the silhouette and he's like pulling thing out? Like they don't do that shit anymore.
Dude, Coming to America. I love Coming to America.
So good.
Now I must watch the royal penis. Shit, okay.
Great. Ruthless People. Have never seen it. Stripes.
Stripes is a
That's
classic.
funny.
Galaxy Quest. You remember Galaxy Quest?
Never seen it.
What?
Galaxy Quest.
Oh, man.
Just open up Galaxy Quest on the side.
Okay, it's like kind of like a. How do I describe it?
The alumni.
They're like Star Trek, but it's about a show like that is Star Trek and has
Oh
huge
wait,
fans.
I have seen this a long time
it's
ago.
good,
I rented
dude.
it at a VHS.
Dude, it's awesome.
The alumni cast of Space opera television series have to play the role as a real thing when an alien race needs. Yeah.
The hardest part
Yeah,
about
that's
these
fun
movies,
part.
though, when you go back and watch some of them, there's like
CGI
not a
shit.
black person in sight.
I know.
You're like,
It's funny
oh
how.
my God.
And how it's only 99.
I know.
It's only 99. That's the craziest part where it's like now they're like, oh, it's too much fucking diversity. But you realize how like
Zero.
like Friends has no black background people.
Zero.
Forget about like
Hell,
I think there was
like-
one like black chick he dated in like season 7 or something. But even the fucking cafe
no,
they're
she
in,
was Asian.
she was Asian. The cafe they're in has no minority
Legit.
background
None.
ever.
Which is
Wild.
insane. In
Yeah,
New
right.
York?
I know,
In
right?
New York? In a coffee shop in New York?
That means so they were just not. They were like doing it. Just this has to like appeal to general America, right?
That
It's
show
like,
went on for 10 years. Nobody was like, we got to fill this out a
New
little
York's
bit in
been
the back.
fucking like colorful as fuck since like since
Forever.
the beginning. Yeah, so it's like that's not
Dude,
even realistic.
When
for
Italians
the 90s.
when Italians first went over there to build New York, we weren't my color.
Yeah, they were dark. They
were dark.
Sicilians. They were the workers, and then they got uppity. Started learning how to read and write.
You ever see Get Shorty? I think
Yeah,
I
of
think I
course I've
talked
seen
about
Get
this.
Shorty. Yeah, with what's his name?
The
short
Rock's
guy.
in it.
But what's the short guy that's in it?
Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito. Yeah.
Oh no, wait. I'm thinking of Be Cool with Vince Vaughn and The Rock's in it.
Is that the one where he's got a baseball bat?
I've talked. Yeah.
Or Walking Tall. That's Walking Tall.
No. That he also has a baseball bat in it, but it's kind of funny. His name's Lil Raj. They call him Lil Raj.
And he's huge?
Well, Vince Vaughn plays a guy who's kind of a gangster, and his right-hand man is The Rock. And The Rock's character is somebody who's like clearly gay, but not in it yet.
Yeah.
It's actually one of the only times The Rock is like a legit actor. It's Be Cool. Check it out if you ever get a chance.
Is it funny as fuck?
It's good, yeah.
Is it a comedy?
And John Travolta, you're like, damn, you're a good movie. You're a good actor.
Oh, I might. Yeah, where he's got the fake hair. Oh, yeah, dude, I have fucking seen this. There's so many movies, man.
I know, man. Just stories, buddy.
Fuck. Oh, is that Cedric?
That guy looked like me
is
for a
that Cedric the Entertainer right there?
Oh, yeah.
It's one of
he's
my
in it.
favorites. Cedric the fucking. I'd love, out of all the like old school working comics right now,
Cedric?
I'd love to have a conversation with Cedric the Entertainer. That guy's just, I don't know, man. I fuck with him so heavy.
I feel like
back in the day when you needed a name like that, you know?
Yes.
Michael the Laugh Shop. the Boomer Laugh or whatever.
Cedric, the funniest man you've ever
Sin
seen.
LaSalle as Cedric the Entertainer.
Sin
Andre
LaSalle.
3000. Dabu. Dabu.
No, yeah. Oh my
What's
God.
your name? Dabu.
Andre 3000 in that. Man, there's a scene where
Look at Dwayne The Rock Johnson used to be just a guy. Now you can tell by his fucking
profile
You can
shot?
tell he's the biggest name in the world, like movie star. Look at that. Look at that headshot.
Man, there's a scene in
Look
Be
at
Cool.
the strength of this headshot. Like he's not smiling. And the Rock's whole thing is smiling. The fuck is The
Dude,
Rock?
there's a scene in Be Cool where John Travolta's walking and then Cedric the Entertainer's like the mob boss guy.
Yeah.
And he rolls out with like a ton of guys.
Yeah.
Okay. And Andre 3000 is one of them. And they all get out of the car and they're like, we just picked up some Mongolian food. And like literally like 15 black guys. And John Travolta goes, you guys leaving any food in Mongolia? And they all drop the bags. And Dabu starts like
dancing.
He's like, what'd you say? He's like flashing the gun and shit. Oh, Andre 3000 in that is amazing.
I need to watch that show.
You gotta watch it.
Let's end this shit, bro. Toronto, come tonight, and then Newfoundland, December, and then 2024.
robot.
Look out for some sick motherfucking dates. AbbasWahab.com. Check them.
Keep listening. Keep following. October, December 1st, 2nd, Ottawa. We're wearing tanks. Check us out.